Hey, everybody. Welcome to
Hey.
another episode of Age of Geek.
The podcast.
Where we talk about geek things and ages.
Steph, I'm so glad you specified that it was the podcast. I appreciate that.
Oh my God.
I feel like it has to be specified. Age of Geek, the podcast. So people
Well,
don't
what
get-
else would it be an episode of Age of Geek like? Welcome
The
to another
video
episode
show.
of Age of Geek, the radio
Yeah.
drama.
The
Age of
YouTube
Geek,
series.
The radio drama. Yes.
I want to do a radio
Age-
drama, you guys.
Age of Geek
Let's do it.
Survival, where we kick people out for being sassy.
Age of Geek, The Circle.
Yes.
Hi, Jake. See you
Too
later.
hot to handle.
Oh,
Age
let's
of
Guys,
not
don't
do
worry. I've got a replacement for Jake.
Oh, is that?
It's little
an
tiny
axolotl?
snowman Darth Maul.
Oh.
I thought it was Groot.
You're not
or an
supposed to open
axolotl.
those yet, Colin.
Yeah,
You're
but
supposed to wait until December 1st.
Yeah, but my child decided to open up one of the days.
Your child. Your
Was that
child
an
decided.
It was my
Calendar?
child.
Don't blame
it
the-
wasn't me. I promise.
Who here
This is a
believes
learning
Colin?
opportunity for you to teach your
It
child.
was my
Not-
4-year-old.
Look, child, this is how an advent calendar works. You wait until the 1st of December and you
Yes,
open one each
and
day.
He is 4 and refuses to believe in such things.
It
You
sounds
need
like
to, crack down. I'm just kidding.
Jake's
You
gonna
need to
kick.
No, I just
No,
like
no.
crack down the
wrong
law.
Colin's
I
getting
Welcome
kicked
to
out
Age of
for
Geek, the
opening
parenting
advent
podcast.
calendar.
Where we're going to teach Colin how to
Oh
parent
my
his child
goodness.
by cracking
And
down
I'm not
on the
even a
advent
parent.
calendar.
I do not think we should have Age of Geek, the parenting episode.
No.
I will lead it.
Oh my goodness.
You'll lead it perfect.
Discipline.
We did have Age of Geek
Chores.
episode, and that was great fun.
We did. We had Brandon Ushio on that one, and we talked about kids shows. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
You weren't there. You
I
weren't
know.
there.
Well, she may have listened. Some of us hopefully listen to the episodes when they come out.
I listen.
I
to
mean, if we're
most
not
of
I
them.
listening,
still
who
listen
is?
to them if I'm not on them.
I edit the episode, so I listen to them and take out every and oh and curse word that people say.
Who's the worst offender?
Jake, especially with the swearing.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Jake.
has a really bad mouth.
People don't know.
Just a
People don't know
sailor.
because you do such a great job with the
I know.
editing stuff.
I
They
know.
would never guess it was me. But
Yep.
you guys don't know. Mouth like a sailor. You wouldn't believe.
You guys wouldn't know. We do. We hear it
Yep.
all the time.
Jake, calm
Gordon Ramsay's
down.
got nothing on me.
Worse than Steph.
Yeah, that.
That's I don't know. That's a hard feat.
Hey, now
Steph's a saint compared to me when it comes to language, really.
that's what a lot of people have said.
Everyone who's met the two of us in person has been like, wow, we were so wrong about this dynamic. We always thought this, but no, it's the opposite.
That's what we do here at Age of Geek, the podcast. Throw you for loops.
You know who else is a bunch of potty mouths? The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Wow,
And
Colin is
also-
not, we are not doing small talk tonight. We are jumping right in. No, none of this going off on a
He's
tangent for
been-
10 minutes.
He's
No
been
way.
He
waiting
has
for
been
a
the most
segue.
excited to talk about this.
He's
So-
been
He's just
waiting
waiting
for
for
the
that.
perfect
He's been
one.
sitting back. Where's my opportunity to segue
Oh.
to Guardians of the
That's,
Galaxy?
that's exactly it.
Oh, no, yet, not yet. Oh, there it is. And yeah.
All right. Yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They are potty mouths. Are they though? I don't know that they really.
I mean, they have
Groot, I guess, is.
3 swear
Rude
words
all the
that
time. Jeez.
I had to. I didn't have to do anything, but my daughter heard
Yeah.
them.
So it was like Tuesday. for
Hey,
her.
Typical
I'm
Tuesday
good around my
in the
children,
Lisman house.
usually.
I'm like, I've been around you and your children, and
Usually.
yes,
Um,
Depends on the situation.
But yeah, so we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special, because we're technically in holiday season.
Hello.
yes, technically. Did you guys hear that from Steph? See, she acknowledged it.
She
I'm doing-
acknowledged that there was a Thanksgiving this year, and I appreciate that.
Okay, here's the thing, Steph. I feel like we have to stand up for ourselves here right
Yeah.
now.
Whoa!
Everyone gives us a hard
Jake,
time.
go off.
Everyone gives us a hard time because we put our Christmas decorations up early in November and that we're skipping Thanksgiving. Nobody's skipping anything. I had the
Right.
turkey. I had the pumpkin pie. I even had pecan pie. It was delicious. Everything was wonderful. We had a great Thanksgiving. That is part of my Christmas celebration that starts November 1st and goes through December 31st. That's how it goes, folks.
I'm sorry, part of your Christmas celebration? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But we need to talk about how poor the marketing person for Thanksgiving is. It's not Jake and I's fault that
No.
Thanksgiving doesn't have much great music.
Or any great music.
You know
compared to
who
Christmas
Thanksgiving
and
needs to hire?
Halloween. The movies are not comparable between the other two big holidays. It's situated in between.
I
The
will say this.
decorations, mediocre.
Thanksgiving does not have a huge quantity of movies, but they have one banger that should not be missed every year, and that's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You got to check that one out every year.
I don't think I was born when that
Charlie
came
Brown.
out.
You were not. I wasn't. Well, I was born when it came out, but
Okay.
I was young.
Okay.
You'd like
okay,
it, Steph.
so
There's a car rental scene that's right up your alley.
You see, they just need to hire Ryan Reynolds from Spirited to do.
Well, they need to hire
the
his character
Thanksgiving
from
campaign.
Spirited.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could
Oh,
make
there
The
you
Rock
go.
be the hype man for Thanksgiving, which actually, now that it comes out of my mouth, does not sound culturally sensitive. So we'll cut that out in editing.
Movies that make
Okay,
us
okay.
did an episode on Spirited, right?
Oh yeah, you guys did just this week.
We did. It just came out today as we're recording this, so a
Oh,
week
yeah.
ago, yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay,
So-
so here's the thing about Thanksgiving and Christmas
Okay.
and Halloween. I firmly believe that there is like a time and a place for each of the holidays. And it doesn't mean that you have to do Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I think for me, I like having a break between Halloween and Thanksgiving because like I go pretty hard for Halloween, especially like in my decorations. And so to like put everything away and just kind of like clean and just have it all be nice and put away for a bit and then focus on Thanksgiving and then go out all Christmas. Like for me, I just like having it more spaced out rather than just like Christmas, no, Halloween, Christmas. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I need like a breather. And like,
here's
so
the
it's
thing.
not,
That's
it's
an
not
opinion.
that it's not necessarily that like I'm like getting mad at you guys for skipping Thanksgiving. It's just like, no, just give Christmas its proper time,
So
which falls after Thanksgiving.
here's the thing. I think
Let's-
that's great. I think that's great, Marlee, and I'm glad that that's what works for you. Here's my problem. Us early Christmasers, that's what we're going to call ourselves, early Christmasers. We don't care that you wait until after Thanksgiving to put your Christmas stuff up. We just want you to leave us alone if we decide to do it early, but nobody can do that. Everybody's got to throw a freaking fit if we say, hey, we got our Christmas tree up early.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
you can't
do that
don't
until
after
listen to
Thanksgiving.
in-sync Christmas music.
So
It's
then
the
don't tell
bomb.
us about it. So then don't tell us about it if you don't want us
Why
to
can't I
comment
tell you
on
about it? Why can't I say, hey, look, guys, my Christmas tree is up and I'm so excited for Christmas?
I'm
then
sharing
you guys
my
gotta be
life
Grinches
with
about it.
you.
So then why can't you guys are Grinches about me about being a Grinch?
We're not. I don't care that you wait until after Thanksgiving to put your tree up. I don't. Like, that's wonderful. And if you need that break, then you need that break. If you post on Facebook, hey, I'm not putting my Christmas stuff up until after Thanksgiving, I'm going to give you a thumbs up and say, good for you, Marlee. But if I say anything,
I think you would do that, Jake, but I don't think Steph would.
well,
You can celebrate Christmas whenever you want to. You don't have to put your tree up till the 24th of December if you don't want to.
I don't
No,
even care if you celebrate Christmas. You don't even have to celebrate Christmas. I'll be sensitive to the people that don't celebrate Christmas. But I do, and I enjoy it. And I'm going to celebrate it loud and
There's
proud.
just something so magical that doesn't quite fit into that 24, 28 days between
not enough
Thanksgiving and
time.
Christmas. You gotta just enjoy the magic.
All
I
right,
think
Colin,
it's
we went off
plenty of
for 10
time.
minutes on stuff that's not related to the special.
That's
now.
okay.
I feel good. I feel good about
There's-
what we've accomplished.
There's a lot of heat going. I think we're gonna cool it down a little bit, and it's gonna be okay.
Can
We're
I
gonna talk-
just
We're
say
gonna talk about.
one thing.
Okay.
This is a segue into Guardians. Can I
Okay.
just say I'm so happy that they released this
Oh boy.
after
No,
Thanksgiving.
no, you can't say it. I don't want you to say it.
No good Thanksgiving content coming out.
That's
No,
true.
so I'm saying, like, I'm glad they didn't release this. Oh, November 1st, here's a Christmas thing on Disney.
There's
Plus.
so
It's
many good
like,
Christmas specials. What are you
ugh.
gonna do? Gather around your Thanksgiving table and watch the Friends episodes?
No, we
Or
don't
the
watch
Brooklyn.
TV.
I would
We
prefer
don't
the
watch
Brooklyn
TV.
Nine-Nine
We're
episode.
Nine-Nine
Brooklyn
is
Nine-Nine's
better.
really good.
we're busy eating food. We're not sitting around watching TV.
Yes, which
Yeah, you're
ugh.
right. Nobody watches TV on Thanksgiving, like football
No.
games or anything like
The
that.
Yeah,
Macy's
football games,
Thanksgiving
Day
Macy's Day
parade.
Parade.
That's another thing. I don't like parades. They're very boring. When I was 18, my mom and I were in New York, had the option to stay till Thanksgiving to see the parade. And I was like, no, that does not sound enjoyable. Sounds like too many people, too big crowds,
It's
and
cold too.
long, boring.
And
Sorry.
cold.
I am a parade Scrooge.
You know,
My son really is into parades, apparently. Ben loves them. Had no idea. But we
wow.
turned on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and he was mesmerized by all of it for about 20 minutes, which for a 6-year-old is
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You
he
should
was
just
bored.
drop him off on Main Street on the 4th of July and go have a good time.
I did tell him, so his birthday is on the 24th of July. I
Oh,
should
nice.
not give out this much information about my child.
I'll
But his
bleep it out
birthday's
in
on the
post.
24th of July. I've seen our download numbers. It's fine. His birthday's on the 24th, and we have a big parade in Salt Lake City. And I told him that, and he was like, well, we should go to that. And I kicked myself immediately for telling him that
Yeah.
because I'm not a huge parade fan, but he thought it would
Ugh.
be fun.
Parades
He also
are not
really
fun.
enjoyed the National Dog Show. You guys ever watch that on Thanksgiving?
Not on Thanksgiving, but I'll.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'll
that's what it
catch
is. It's
every
on
once in a
Thanksgiving.
while. Okay, well, I've watched other dog shows, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're like 50-50 interesting, not interesting.
Well, if you ever get a chance, there's a great movie called Best in Show, which is fantastic about dog shows.
Is that a Disney Channel original movie?
It is absolutely not a Disney Channel original movie.
It's not
Nope.
I feel like there was a dog one. What one was that?
I so
The
want you to
Pomeranian?
go.
The one with
With
the
the
little
white-
brother from Raven.
No,
That's so Raven.
maybe, but there was like the little white Pomeranian dog, and it could talk or something.
I
I swear
really
there was a
want you-
decom. I need to find this.
thought
Did
you were
I
gonna
make
talk
this
about
up?
Airbud for a second, but no.
Well, now they
Okay.
have
I really want you to go
Airbuds,
find
Air
Best in Show now,
Buddies,
Marlee, to see
Santa
how much it is
Paws.
not. Santa Paws. We've watched that one already.
So many so much Airbud content.
Yeah, way more than there should be.
We watched like
My,
Spooky Buds or something, a Halloween one. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
No. No, once they get to the buddies, they're not as
Yeah.
much fun.
My
They're
my
space
wife
buddies.
this year, she said, "All right,
Pounded.
before
Pounded?
It was
That doesn't
Hounded.
sound like a Disney Channel original movie.
But it's the one with Taj Mowry.
Okay.
Is that the one that you were thinking of, some stuff?
No.
Anyways, what?
Anyways,
You know, sometimes
life
we
is
let the
rough.
tangents go too long. This may be one of those times.
oh my gosh. But yeah, so this year my wife told me that we could watch all the Thanksgiving Hallmark shows before we dive into the Christmas ones. And so I go and I type in Thanksgiving, there's 2 out of the like 70 that are Christmas.
I want to talk about how you phrased all of this, Collin. This year, my wife said that we could watch all of the Thanksgiving Hallmark specials before we watch the Christmas ones.
Yeah.
Collin is getting permission from his wife to watch the Hallmark movies, guys.
Not
That's
getting-
what this is telling
Oh my
me.
gosh.
He's begging
Hey.
her. Please, can I please
No.
watch the
I really
Hallmark
need to.
I'm
Thanksgiving
here for
movies?
it.
No, last year she made
Which
me
is great.
last year for Christmas she made me give her the like package, the streaming package for the Hallmark Channel. Steph, don't you?
He gave you what?
Oh, oh no.
There's so Marlee's over here watching Pounded while Collin's giving his wife the package. It's all
No,
good.
I said hounded.
I thought it was Pounded.
I thought you said pounded
No.
too.
I said
Well,
hounded.
that changes everything. That
Why
changes
did
everything.
I was wondering why you guys thought it sounded so dirty. I was like, hounded.
Well, now you know.
Like a
There you
hound dog.
go.
'Cause
All
it's
right.
like super short.
You know-
shell.
Ugh.
Tell us
You know
more
who's
about
also really good at taking stuff out of context and misunderstanding it? Drax and Mantis struggle with that
Yes.
a little bit. And
Yes.
they are the star players in Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Mostly Mantis, though.
She yells a lot in this.
A
You guys
lot.
notice that? Yelled
She
a lot.
really does.
They
She
were
gets
so
really
mean to Kevin
emotional.
Bacon.
But it's always really hilarious when she yells.
Yeah, once they find out Kevin Bacon's an actor, they were
Oh
not
my.
nice to him at
No.
all.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny.
He's an
Two
actor.
laugh out louds I
Rip.
had were them making fun of Kevin Bacon.
So you said the few laugh out louds that you had. So
Two.
two.
You
Yeah.
only had 2?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a lot more than that.
Yeah, I did too.
I was laughing like throughout the entire thing, I felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, I think you and I are going to be friends on this episode.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
You early Christmasers.
It's because we have joy in our hearts.
We
It's
have
a good-
and we have a
It's
high
good thing
standard.
we have
when it
this
comes-
nice divide
show.
right here.
So
You
yes,
don't have joy in your hearts. You didn't find
they-
it was funny.
Drax and Mantis go and they find out that Peter Quill has had horrible Christmases since Yondu was a jerk to him as a child. And so they decide to go make it right
Allegedly.
by kidnapping
Grinch.
Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
It was
And that's
interesting how they
mostly-
started
yeah.
out animated and then went into
I didn't like that animation.
yeah, I wasn't a
style.
huge fan.
I loved it. And
Oh.
I'll tell you why. That was one of the highlights for me because it was very reminiscent of the animated part of the Star Wars holiday special that introduced us to
Okay.
Boba Fett. And I feel like that was on
Oh,
purpose. It was a very
they-
old style of animation that to me
They did that on
reminded me
purpose.
of that. And I think that that was on purpose. If I'm wrong, James Gunn, tell us. We'll tweet at you. You can let us know, respond. But that was what I felt when I saw that animation. So
Such a great holiday special.
could
that
see
Star Wars
that.
one.
Star
I
Wars
thought we
holiday
don't
special
talk
is horrible.
about that. I thought we don't talk about that one.
Collin and I have
we-
actually done a podcast episode about it that I don't know if you enjoy listening to four grown men laugh really hard about some ridiculous stuff. That would be a great episode to go
Yeah, it
listen to.
would.
It was Colin, myself,
Wherever
Tracy
it is.
Mangum, and Jeremiah Zonner.
Oh,
So-
Zonzon. Was
Well
there
done.
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special last year?
No, there was not.
This is the
This is the
first.
only holiday
Oh,
special.
okay. For some reason, I thought this was the second one.
But according to the after credits, it
Oh,
sounds
there was
like
an-
they will probably do
I didn't.
if
watch
you
that.
watch throughout the whole thing. It was
Happens at the
Groot.
end.
It was Groot
Oh,
dressed up
yeah.
as a Christmas tree.
Oh
that's
yeah.
And
good, clean fun.
Rocket said something along the lines of, "Oh, you ruined it. Now we're gonna have to do another holiday special."
Oh, that's right. I think I remember him saying that.
If there
Um,
is, it will not involve James Gunn.
Oh yeah, because he's going DC.
He's
He's jumping
he's
ship.
jumping ship.
Yep. which
fine with
which
that.
was a whole nother set of issues because people were DC fans were apparently very upset that James Gunn was part of that project. Which
Yeah,
didn't
even
make
though it
any
was
sense.
completed and like in the can and ready to go before he even signed on with DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're going to be really mad when
Fanboys,
Guardians
man.
Volume 3 comes out because he's still totally involved with that.
Yep.
When does
So-
that come out?
I
Like
think May next year.
2024. Oh, I
No,
thought
I
it
think
was
it's next year.
farther. I thought it was farther away than I think we all
Well,
thought.
I'm going to use my handy dandy Googler.
Internet. Yeah, no, I thought even just like at the beginning of this episode where they were talking
May
about
5th, 2023.
2020.
oh, so okay.
23.
For some reason I thought it was a lot later. But with this episode, like I actually did find it really interesting in the beginning when they were talking about like Christmas and the traditions. Because everybody there is like so unfamiliar with Christmas. You know, obviously only Star-Lord is because he, you know, came from Earth. But even just like the whole aspect of like gift giving, just because
Mhm.
I thought that was a really interesting dynamic. And then like later on, when they actually do exchange gifts, I actually really liked that part because it was fun to see like what each member of the Guardians like gave each other as gifts. And I like laughed. One of the moments I laughed out loud, which was several, was when who was it? Oh, it what is her name? What's the sister's name? Not
Nebula.
Gamora. Nebula.
Nebula.
Was it Nebula who gave the arm
Rocket?
to Rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier arm. I thought that was hysterical. But yeah, just like those funny little like things, and then even like all of Groot's gifts
Teenage
that he
Groot.
gave everyone, and they were like scenes of like them like receiving the gifts, and it just like kept getting like it was just I thought that was really clever.
Groot looked like he was trying to like go out for bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah.
I am so glad.
It was
I'm so glad that we've brought up Groot here.
so weird.
Because I'm going to share something with you. So this comes from our friends at polygon.com. They're not our friends, but they could be. Talk to us. We'll be happy to be friends with you. And James Gunn has confirmed that Baby Groot isn't the same Groot as original Groot. So he said, I think it's explicit in the movies, though, as Baby Groot was explicitly a baby without the knowledge of OG Groot. But now that Groot's body is developing differently, it's more obvious. So it looked different than original Groot because it's not the same Groot.
Well, and typically
Interesting.
Don't like it.
trees grow differently than each other.
Yep.
I know.
So what are you, a treologist?
Weird concept.
Yeah, that is definitely what they're called, is a treologist. At the very least, it's got to be arborologist. But I don't think that's right either.
You're Grootologist. Come on.
Huh. All right. But it's still going to be Vin Diesel playing Groot?
I
Sure.
mean, I
If
feel
that-
like
if that's what
they
they need.
Groot?
don't they have enough like pre-recordings by now of Vin Diesel saying I am Groot in so many different ways that they probably just reuse them for all the movies?
Listen.
Like, do they actually bring Vin Diesel in to the studio?
According to Kevin Bacon, being an actor is about living multiple lives. So I think he needs to be OG Groot and now the
The new Groot.
new Groot.
Groot
Yeah.
2.0. Here's my thought. Vin Diesel, he doesn't have a lot going for him outside of the Fast and Furious franchise, and that's winding down. So
Because
You
it's
know,
all about
I
family.
that it's still him. He needs the work.
I'm ready for Triple X. Triple X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple X is an action movie franchise, for those of you that don't know, not anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, it
no.
is other
Yeah,
stuff, but
okay.
she's referring to the
Triple X. Okay.
Yeah, the
Wow.
action-
We've made several
action
of them.
movie
Was that the
franchise.
like Chronicles one that he did?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Triple X is a
don't-
different
I
There
don't
was
know.
a
I
sequel
think
with-
they-
with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
right?
there was 2 of them, and so I'm ready for the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm ready for the pacifier too.
Oh yeah, there we go. Pacifier all grown up.
That was a joke, you guys. The pacifier.
I was actually
That
surprised
movie.
that Chris Pratt was in that all the characters were in it. That Chris Pratt, Gillian Anderson, and such were in it as well.
Would
Bradley Cooper.
would that be Karen Gillan?
Yeah, there we go.
Mm,
Gillian Anderson
Close.
is X-Files.
Yep.
There you
Yes.
go.
She was not in
Da
this
da da
one.
dun. Doo doo.
Yes, Karen Gillan. Yes. And
That was
what's
so
James
close to the
what's
thing.
James Gunn's brother?
Oh,
Sean Gunn.
Yeah.
I just call him Kurt from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, he was in it.
He was actually pretty good in it. I liked
Mhm.
Sean Gunn in this one because he seemed to be the most down to earth out of all of them. And when he's
He-
explaining to Kevin Bacon and wins him over to the whole Christmas idea. I mean, not Christmas idea, but the idea of being there for Christmas.
Right. Do you think Sean Gunn is going to make an appearance in the DC movies? Because that's how James Gunn works.
I'm sure that he will. And again, good for James Gunn. Like,
Yeah, keep
hey, my
your
brother
friends
needs work
closer
too.
and your
He's an
enemies
actor.
closest.
I
Yeah.
make movies. I like it.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Were you guys
Uh,
familiar with who that band was?
They're
Was
called
it
the Old
an
97s.
actual band?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, and I figured it
not
was
before
like an
this, I was
actual band, but yeah, I'd never heard of them before. Like we were trying, me and Jason, as we were watching it, we were trying to figure out, we're like, who is like this has got to be like a real band.
Yeah.
Their
Just
Santa
like the way
song
that
was
they were
funny.
acting.
Yeah, their Santa
I
song was
actually
really good.
enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. Did we
The
know
Kevin
that
Bacon
Kevin
song at
Bacon
the end
can
was
sing?
weird.
Did we know that he can sing?
That who
No.
can
Like I
sing?
thought that Kevin,
Kevin
Bacon can
Bacon?
sing.
He's known more for his dancing abilities.
Yeah.
I knew he could dance.
Especially
He can dance?
angstily at Lehigh Roller Mills.
Yes. And there's no
Huh.
better dancing
No,
than
I'm just
angsty
kidding.
dancing.
Did you guys know that Santa was a furry freak with epic superpowers?
I've heard that before, but I don't like to listen to rumors.
I just loved Chris Pratt's expressions the entire time throughout that. He's a master burglar. Picklock
Yeah.
master.
So I want to say this as far as Chris Pratt goes. My bar for him and his acting is low. I do not expect a lot out of my Chris Pratt. I really just don't. He does fine. He doesn't detract from a movie. I like him as Star-Lord. I like him as Andy Dwyer even more in Parks and Rec, but I don't expect a lot out of him. This was some of the poorest acting I've ever seen from Chris Pratt.
He was so
Ever.
douchey in the entire thing. I
Yeah.
felt.
Well, and that's the state that he's at though right now. Like think of it like Thor's state throughout most of
Yes,
Love and
you need to
Thunder, right?
remember everyone's mental status for everything that comes out, the multiple projects all throughout it. It's
Well,
a
and I-
homework project.
Well,
so you know.
Gamora, like the love of his life, gone,
No,
and
I-
like
and I-
his,
I
his
get all
world
of
is
that.
upside down. He's trying to recover. He's not in the Christmas spirit, right? He's
yeah.
he's still trying to find himself. They did this to make him happier, but
No, and I get that. All of that's fine. I felt like Chris Pratt, who probably spent less than a day on set, phoned this in, and that's saying a lot because it's Chris Pratt, and my expectations are low as it is, and I just felt like he phoned it in on this one
Yeah, if there was a
Mhm.
Velociraptor president, he would have been acted out of that. He would have been shown up.
Oh my
for
gosh.
sure. They would have CGI acted the crap out of him.
He just needs to put his hand up.
Why was Mantis so afraid to tell him that they were siblings? Like,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
she was
it's like a
afraid that
big
she was going to get dong in her socks.
What did you just say? How is this episode turned out this way?
What?
One of the lines in the song.
But it sounded like you said something else instead
I
of
said-
dung.
I might have said dong.
You did. You did. That's not the song. That's not how it goes.
It's fine. It's fine.
And you would never mind. Nope.
Okay,
nope,
okay,
We're just gonna
so-
move on.
On that Mantis reveal, though, I'm
Yes.
putting reveal in quotes because, like, I don't know. I guess I feel like they made kind of a big deal about this reveal that Mantis is Star-Lord's half brother because I feel
Sister
like
at that
or
time.
sister. What did I say?
Brother.
Okay, sorry. He is her half brother.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys,
Yes.
you guys meant what I knew. It's fine. But like, I feel like we kind of already knew that from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because, like, I don't know, maybe not, but I guess Ego might have more presented Mantis kind of more there as like his, like he was just, like she was
Like
just
his
a companion.
I feel like there
But
was a part in Guardians too.
I swear there was
it's like
something.
creation or like
Like, I swear
Uh,
there was something like that, or maybe it was just kind
I'll
of
need to-
like, I don't know. I feel like I need
again,
to
go
go
back
back and
to your
watch that.
Volume
spreadsheet so you
Well,
know
yeah, let me-
everyone's.
Let me refer back to my notes that I took during Guardians Volume 2. I don't remember. I always just kind of assumed she was some alien that he picked up somewhere
Yeah.
because that's what he kind of did. But I think her fear was she knows how much he hates everything to do with his father. Like he hates
Oh.
Ego. and everything that comes from ego. And I think she was afraid that he would hate her too. And that was her hesitancy.
All right. I've never been irrational in my life, so I guess I just don't understand that emotion.
I don't know how to take that.
Also, she straight up just stole from people by using her powers, and I'm glad she got called out by that by Star-Lord at the end for messing with Kevin Bacon's emotions. 'Cause
Oh,
that's,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's a
gosh.
little
That-
messed up.
Well, yeah, she lost all of her moral high ground when she got on Drax about not like destroying the cop car and not stealing the funny man and like all that other stuff when, you know, she
And she's
totally
just like,
manipulated
I
him
need to
using his
change
emotions.
everything about him.
Yeah.
Can I make a statement? I
Yes,
find
you can.
thank you. I find Mantis very obnoxious. I think that she's supposed to be childlike and fun, and I think she crosses that line a little too much for my and I think she did that a lot in the holiday special where she came off more obnoxious than it came off cute and fun.
I liked her a little more in this actually than I did in the films.
In volume. Oh, yeah.
It maybe that's just because they actually, I don't know, gave her more time to develop in this, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But one of the creepiest moments with her was like when they've broken into Kevin Bacon's house and there's that scene where she's just jumping like pillar to
was
pillar
that?
through the wall. It looked like something that you would expect out of like The Ring. Just like this mangled body jumping after you.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying.
that was a lot. And poor Kevin Bacon and all of his nice Christmas decorations. And
I
then getting
know.
kidnapped.
He's the real victim of this whole thing.
He really is. But he ended up being a good sport in the end.
And the whole Kevin Bacon shtick was fun.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
glad. Like that was one thing that I liked is that they brought in the Kevin Bacon storyline because we've heard so much about how much Star-Lord loves Kevin Bacon, and so I thought that was kind of fun.
Well, and I feel like they needed to do that. Like, I guess I don't really know what other story, like, I don't know. It's almost like they needed to bring in like a whole brand new kind of person or element into this holiday special to like make it stand out.
And at least they didn't go the route that they could have gone where like Drax pretends to be Santa Claus and goes down a chimney. I feel like that's something they could have done, but that we've seen before. And so this was a good mix up. They didn't just go, I guess, an easier route.
Yeah, like playing Santa or, oh, I gotta save all the children and their presents and their Christmas or it's all gonna be ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Except it was just to save Star-Lord's Christmas, I guess. But even then, like, we find out in the end that like we didn't even have the full story in the beginning where Yondu, he was made out to be this Grinch and ruined Star-Lord's Christmas, but then you find out that he actually had a change of heart when they did that second scene with the older animation. And you see him like reacting to he sees the present that Star-Lord left for him, and then he ends up leaving him a gift. And then they have like a nice little, kind of that father-son moment and thing. And I thought that was I thought that was sweet. I thought that was really endearing.
Well, not just any gift. Yondu gives him his blasters. That's where his blasters came from. Was that Christmas present that Yondu gave him?
That is true. We
Which
do
is
get
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of interesting. This is kind of a little bit of a side note, but because I know you haven't, Steph or Jake, but Collin, did you ever play the Guardians of the Galaxy video game that came out just barely?
I played a little bit of the Lego one.
Okay,
And
that's not the
excuse
same
me,
thing.
I played the tutorial.
I've also played a couple of levels in the Guardians of the Galaxy game, but thank you for dismissing us so quickly.
Yeah, just dismissing us.
Wow.
Oh, early Christmas.
Okay, I know that you guys haven't finished it, is what I meant
Oh,
to
that's
say.
true.
And then I just
Alright.
didn't know if Collin had finished it. But
No,
anyways,
haven't even touched it.
okay. But it was kind of an interesting story in there because you actually there's like flashback scenes with younger Star-Lord, and he's back on Earth and he's at home with his mom. And she keeps like alluding to like, oh, your dad, you know, blah, 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 your dad, you know, he's gone now, blah, blah, blah. But he left you, it's because it's his birthday. And so she's like, he left you this gift. And now that you're old enough, you get to open it. It's yours now. And it's the blasters. And so it's just kind of interesting. I mean, I guess it just depends on probably the comic book source or the story that they're using. But I thought that was still interesting, though, at least just in my Guardians lore brain.
Well, especially with
that
how
it-
close
yeah.
those are released together.
Well, maybe
Mhm.
they were a throuple.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
The two black, like you're talking about the two guns?
Yondu,
No.
Ego, and his
He's,
mom.
he's
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, so is Yondu the real dad?
Anyways. That'll be another episode. Stay tuned.
But anyways, it's just an
well,
interesting,
yeah.
you know, kind of father-son parallel.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, it was
and-
a show.
I thought it was fun. I thought like it was, I'm glad it was only 44 minutes long.
Yeah.
It was the perfect amount of time. We didn't need like a feature-length film. We really didn't. And it's also good that it wasn't just like a quick little 15, 20-minute short either. Like I thought it was a good amount of time. It was cute. It was fun. I think I'm good to I think I'm good to see it once in my life. You know what I mean? I don't know
You
if
know,
I'll
on
watch it
Disney
again
Plus,
next year.
They don't play shorts one after another, and it's very obnoxious.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
go
that
and
is
click
annoying.
through each one.
Yeah. And guess what my kid is into right now? Only Cars.
Shorts.
So yeah, whenever I watch
Oh.
Cars, have to go
Oh my.
anyways.
Uh,
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we watched it while we did Christmassy stuff. So that was fun.
Oh, that's cute.
It kept my daughter's attention for a little bit. Which I know it isn't made for like 6-year-olds in mind, but it did keep her attention for a little bit. She had no idea who obviously Kevin Bacon was, but yeah.
you guys don't watch Kevin Bacon films at your house?
No,
Bad.
I haven't introduced her to Footloose or Face Off. Was he in Face Off?
What about Tremors?
He
Nope.
was not in Facebook.
Not at all.
Tremors,
I
he
feel like
wasn't.
Aria would love Tremors.
Aria probably would love Tremors. We kept seeing Gremlins costumes around Halloween, and she thought that they were so cute.
Well, the Gizmo ones are, but like the Gremlin ones aren't as cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she thought the Gremlins were cute,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
she
the
did.
green, ugly Gremlins.
Yeah, she's weird.
Well, she's your
All
kid,
right.
so I kind
Correct.
of expect her to be her
It's
own,
very well.
her
She
own
is.
person.
She's her own person. That's for dang
That's
sure.
awesome.
She's cute.
Now, one of the things that has lit the internet on fire is the possibility, so help me, that Transformers are part of the MCU. And Colin, I got short with you in our discussion
Yeah,
earlier.
you got real short, and I was just like, "All right, you
That's
can just
because I keep
educate.
seeing
It's
this
okay."
all over the internet. Let me explain this. GoBots are not Transformers. They are transforming robots, but they are not Transformers. And that's important because I always wanted Transformer toys, and my parents only got me stupid GoBots because they
Oh,
were cheaper and easier to
that's
find.
why he was short
Oh,
with you. He has
the
a
struggle
childhood
of
trauma.
being an '80s child.
It was a struggle. My life was hard, okay?
Poor Jake.
I got
No, I just thought that because I knew that Hasbro owned both.
They do own both
but
now.
I wasn't aware of a lot of the back ends that you described with those. But I assume
I love
that
it when
because of
Jake
that, and
describes
also
back ends.
because of the GoBots being in like some Transformers comics back in
Yeah.
the day, that would open up a possibility for
And it
those
could.
universes to cross.
Who knows? I think and I think when James Gunn answered on Twitter about it, he kind of just said we went with GoBots because it was funny, and I think that's true. Like
That sounds about right.
when they were like, "It's a GoBot," and she's like, "Yeah, GoBots killed his family or whatever," I was like,
Killed
"That
his
is just
cousin.
awesome," because that's so random that it would be GoBots because they were the knockoff of the Transformers. Tonka said Hasbro's got a hit with these Transformers. Let's make our own thing and make our own really bad cartoon as well. And that GoBot is Psykill, who is the equivalent of Megatron, basically, from the planet Gobatron. That was the name of the GoBot's planet, was Gobatron. Not a ripoff of Cybertron at all.
Aren't
No,
Megatrons
no.
the things that they have in like basketball games?
Uh,
No.
no, but
Those
what
are
are they called?
Jumbotrons.
Okay, well,
Jumbotrons?
before there were Jumbotrons, there had to be Megatrons.
Is a jumbo bigger than a mega?
I would think so.
Well, let's see. Well, it probably went Megatron, and then if it's like computers, it went Kilotron, then Megatron, then Gigatron. Are there jumbo bits,
Yes.
Collin? Because there's
I know these
gigabits,
things.
gigabytes,
There are
megabytes,
no jumbo bits.
jumbo bits.
I think we should make this
Terabyte.
a thing.
I just asked Google though.
It's the new Pokemon.
Is jumbo bigger than the mega? And it decided to tell me that jumbo rolls are 4.5 inches wide, and mega rolls and double rolls are 4 inches wide.
See, Jumbo is bigger than Mega.
So jumbo's bigger than mega.
Jumbo rolls of what? Is this
I-
toilet
I
paper that
don't-
we're talking about?
I don't know. It popped
I was
up with,
thinking
an
like
Amazon
bread rolls.
picture.
I was thinking Swiss rolls.
Apparently, it is tissue paper,
So toilet paper,
Okay.
toilet paper.
bath tissue.
Yeah. Because let me tell you, there is no standardization when it comes to toilet paper. When they're like, "Oh, this is triple the size of a regular roll," it's not.
The
No.
sh-
It's like what's a
Charmin bears
regular
are
roll?
just the mafia lords of the toilet paper world, and you don't want to mess with them.
That family of bears is weird, man. I've never come out of the bathroom and had my family check to make sure I was clean back there, but they do it all the time.
My hiney's
All the
clean.
time.
Oh, it's
Oh
definitely
yeah, it's
like
Charmin clean.
like a Jamie Cersei thing going on with a brother sister.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why would you bring up Game of Thrones at a time like this?
Because why not? On this episode, why not?
Why not?
We've
Just
already gone
anything
there.
goes.
We're putting stuff in stockings. We're watching Pounded. Who knows what's going on around here?
Something about Triple X.
That's
going
a
triple-
legit movie.
Colin's
Yeah,
giving
something
people-
about it.
Diesel is
Who knows
not
what's
naked in
happening?
it at all.
Yeah, there have got to have been people that went to the video store and got that movie and were severely disappointed when they watched it.
That
Because
just a
it was like-
mediocre action
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Sorry, Vin
it was not
Diesel.
what they expected.
When Vin Diesel listens to this, he's going to be so sad that we are taking back what we said.
Sometimes I miss going to video stores.
The
Right?
last one in Utah just shut down. It was in Bountiful.
Yep.
I know,
Top
it's so
Hat.
sad.
R.I.P. Pour one out for Top Hat.
I love
Hat.
Top Hat Video.
Yeah.
It was like the place to go.
Is a good one.
I don't want to pour one out on my computer. That would be
Pour
nice.
pour it out.
Unfortunate.
Pour it out. No, okay.
They
Has
are
anyone
coming out
watched
with
the-
a blockbuster
Series.
series.
Has anyone
but-
watched that yet? Is it
Yeah,
good?
it's from the same writers as Brooklyn Nine-Nine, right?
Mhm.
I've heard it is not good, but
Yeah, I've heard it's really awful.
Really?
But I haven't watched
I
it.
want to watch it.
What's it streaming on?
we'll let you.
Netflix,
Okay.
ironically.
Maybe we need to do an episode on Age of Geek, the podcast.
The podcast?
Maybe we do.
Not one
I
of
think
the
we
other
just-
mediums?
I think we just came full circle.
I want you guys to know I told them this should be a short episode because the holiday special is only 40 minutes. And now we've surpassed the amount of time that the
Nope.
holiday special was.
It's 44 right now.
But
But
if you subtract the amount of time that we've talked about other things besides the holiday special, I think you'll find we have not spent all 40 minutes talking about the holiday special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Truth.
means we still have roughly 10 to 12 minutes.
What else can we say?
We can. What do we score on this? How do we score things on this show
Do
now?
we score things on the show?
I don't think we have a specific rating in place.
Let's score in
It's been rated in
jumbotrons.
cupcakes. It's jumbotron.
Let's do it in jumbotrons today.
Okay. Well, on a
Fi-
scale of
five
what?
is-
Well, is it
five.
like five jumbotrons?
Yes, 5
it's
being the
12.
highest.
We're not doing it on a
Rated-
scale of 12.
Rated on a 1 to 12 jumbotrons.
Stephanie, you're so chaotic. Let's just do 5.
17
Is that on
jumbotrons.
3 or after 3?
I'm going to give this 13 out of
Are we
17
all-
jumbotrons.
Spitting out our rating at the same time because that sounds chaotic.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
2.5.
I was gonna say 3.5.
I was going to go 2.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
How? Okay, then everyone add that up and then divide it by 4.
No, that's too much math.
Okay, 4.5 plus 3.5 is 8 plus 4 is 12, so 3.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's
There's middle.
good.
Good
Yeah.
middle ground.
Yeah.
Oh, like barely above average. I feel like that's a great way to describe this show.
Yeah, like it was fun, but it also like yeah, it had its own set of just
You know
interesting
what?
issues, but it was fun overall. I think so. I think this is a good average
Yeah.
rating.
You heard it here. Rotten Geek score 3 jumbotrons.
Listen,
Are
I don't
Are we
I
the
don't
rotten geeks?
really want you to call any of us rotten geeks.
No.
When was this
Rotten
decided?
geek.
I own 25% of this company, and I've never have okayed the term rotten geek.
Sorry, you're right. I'll make sure to pass that through the next meeting.
Yes, we need to have a council vote.
Did you not check the notes from the last meeting, Steph?
Yeah, Steph,
I-
you weren't there, so we voted without you.
I'm sorry. I
Must be
edited the
present to vote.
episode, and I'm sad that I missed it.
We we missed you.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was just sad because she wanted to yell. She didn't miss us. She missed out on an opportunity to get upset about Ezra Miller.
Fact.
There were several times that I turned to my husband while editing and said, Collin has interesting opinions.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Is interesting in a good way?
In that context, never.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
I was gonna say always. It's always a good thing.
And yes, I did want
Oh
to yell
my.
about Ezra Miller.
Oh my goodness.
But that's not this episode. We'll do the Ezra Miller cut at a later date.
When the Flash actually releases.
Yes, I will be front and center for that episode.
I'm
I'm
looking
off
forward to
Episode,
it.
I think.
What did you say?
I said I'm off on that episode. I think I'm taking that episode off.
That's
Jake
so
can't
weird.
handle the chaos.
No, I better be here. I don't know who else could handle the chaos stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, we need Jake to help rein her in.
Yes, because I've done a great job so far this episode of reining any of us in.
Especially if we have her and Blake on.
Me and Blake love each
Blake-
other and never
Blake
argue.
balances her out quite a bit, actually. When they're on together, he balances her out.
Oh, that's
They
good.
balance each other out. So,
Harmony.
yeah.
That's why we make a good couple.
You can tell Steph, tell Blake that I think of you and him as harmonium, and he'll know what that
Aw.
means.
Oh, that's
Is
precious.
that a Branderson
It's
thing?
adorable.
It is a Branderson thing.
Of
Like
course it is.
he
Oh,
told me
you
the
Branderson
entire
nuts.
episode, or not episode, the entire last book, all the spoilers in it.
Yeah. There were a lot. There
So
were a
I
lot,
think you guys need to do an episode on the latest Branderson book
you know.
because that
We-
was a hot episode.
It was a hot episode, but our schedule's full, and you guys have already decided all the stuff that we're doing. So
You
Not
can do it
true.
instead
talk
of
about
Andor.
boring
You could do it instead of this.
Just do
the
it
other
instead of
one.
Andor then.
We can do Andor after.
Look how
We can't not
accommodating
talk
we
about
are.
Andor. We need to talk
Well,
about
we'll do it
Andor.
the week after. Give me more time to watch it because I haven't started it yet.
Do we need
I've
to
been-
delay it?
I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet a lot.
I will be.
Yeah, where are your priorities at?
Pokemon Scarlet.
Apparently.
And then God of War right after.
So, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we have our
Been great.
planning meeting at the end of this
Yeah.
episode.
Ain't no thing.
Hey, it
Um,
just gives everyone something to look forward to in the coming episodes. We always have some
What,
good stuff.
what they have to look forward to is a bunch of uncertainty and despair.
Give us,
That's
let
what
us
you
know
have
if
to
you
look
want to
forward
hear us
to.
talk about Andor,
That's what they're here for.
Branderson, or Christmas movies. That was another idea we had.
Mhm.
Let us know if it's a
Or,
good one.
or
if
the
it's
Santa Clauses series.
trash.
Tell us if you want us to talk about the Santa Clauses series on Disney Plus, because we're here for you. We'll
We
put a poll
also
out
are
there.
open to ideas.
We'll put a
because-
poll out there. Maybe we'll put it out on Hive. Just tell us what you
Yes,
want,
on Hive.
Hive?
and we'll do
Is that a
it
Gen
because
Z
we're
thing?
desperate for attention. So
Jake's
Uh,
the one who brought it up, and
very
he's like
different.
almost a boomer.
Yeah, but he has kids who are Gen Z.
Okay.
I do not have kids who are Gen Z. My kids are like Gen A.
Yeah, my kids are Gen A.
My
Gen
older
Alpha.
kids, my younger kids, or whatever is after Gen A.
Is that
or
what it's
something.
called? Gen Alpha?
I get lost
Gen
with all
Alpha.
these gens.
I had to look it up so I knew where my kids stood.
Yeah,
I need to look this up. I need to do some research
My
because it
old
sounds
kids
interesting.
might be Gen Z, but I don't think so. I think anyway, it doesn't matter. We are going to look that up off
Oh,
the
they
air.
just start
because we're
over
not-
with the alphabet.
Well,
What did you think they were going to do? Just make up miscellaneous names?
Millennial,
that's what-
boomer.
okay.
Those are not
We're
letters.
about
Okay,
all of this
boomer.
off air because I'm sure this is stimulating conversation for all of our
So
listeners.
stimulating.
Check us out on any of the social medias. We're there. We're
At
going
Age
to
of
make
Geek
our
Media.
entrance on Hive. So look forward to that.
Yeah, we are still
Um,
on Twitter. For those of you that are still on Twitter,
The tweets.
But
we'll be there till
really-
it burns down to the ground.
But really, our the best place to find us is on our Discord. We have such a great community there. We talk about all sorts of things that you probably want to listen to. So, like anything that wasn't in the last quarter of this episode.
Yeah.
So yes, we'd love to have you on our Discord, and we appreciate you guys for listening.
Steph, Marlee, and Collin are on there all the time and very responsive.
Yes,
I pop in every now and then. I'm sorry, I'm
I'm
horrible.
a very fun person to talk to.
It depends on the topic.
Very fun.
All right.
Have
Well,
a good night.
thanks
you
for
guys.
watching, everybody, and
Hey,
listening.
Sorry
We'll
for
see you
this
next time.
episode. Good lord.
Hasta luego.
Yeah.
This has been an Age of Geek media production.